everybody. Happy Tuesday evening. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Sorry we're a few minutes late. We're trying to work out some technical kinks. We're trying to get another lady on to share her story. Hopefully she can make it. But we thought we'd go ahead and get started. So my name is Anna Rose, and I have been with Plexus for 4.5 years and absolutely love everything about it. So what we want you to expect over the next 30 minutes is we have these lovely ladies on here, and they're going to be sharing their stories of how these products have helped them in so many different health concerns, and also with some financial side of it too. So first of all, a little disclaimer. These are testimonies from individuals, and we're just sharing our own stories. Plexus does not claim to treat, cure, or prevent any disease. These are just personal experiences we're sharing. So a little bit of my backstory I wanted to share with you guys. I joined Plexus, like I said, 4.5 years ago in March of 2014. And I actually joined for a different reason than most people do, because I saw this as an amazing business opportunity. And the reason for that is because I had just returned from a 6-month mission trip to Southeast Asia, where God had kind of laid it on my heart to do more overseas missions. And I knew that I needed to find something that I didn't have to trade time for money. I needed residual income. So I came back from there and I joined Plexus and started sharing these amazing products with my friends and family. And 5 months later, I had earned enough money with my business to buy a plane ticket to go back to Southeast Asia, which is not cheap. At 7 weeks over there, helping to finish up a Bible translation video. So that was an amazing experience. Fast forward to after that, I moved out of my parents' house and lived on my own for an entire year before I met my husband. And with that, I paid all of my expenses with Plexus income. When I met my husband, we were able to buy a Nissan Xterra, and he converted it into like a camper. And we took a 7-week honeymoon across the country, and we went to 8 different national parks. And when we got to Montana, it was about September, and we decided that we wanted to experience some snow for the winter. So we decided to move to Oregon for the winter. We bought ourselves cross-country skis, we went skiing, and it was just an amazing experience. The reason I share this with you is because this was all possible because of our financial freedom with our Plexus income, because my husband did not have to be tied down to a regular 9-to-5 job. So it's just been a huge blessing for us. We now have a 1-year-old daughter, and he's able to stay home with us, and we get to spend time together as a family a whole lot, and really opens up a world of possibilities for our dreams. So that's just the financial side of it. It doesn't have to be that way. You can just take the products, because the products are what makes the business amazing, or just as can help you change your health around too. So with that, I want to open up with our first health testimonial, Kristen Pfeiffer. And I've known Kristen since I was like in 4th grade. She was one of my 4-H teachers. So she has a great story with Plexus.
Thanks, Anna. You just aged me a whole lot. My name is Kristen Pfeiffer. I live in southern Middle Tennessee. Like Anna said, I've known her forever and her mom forever. And my whole life, I've always struggled with health issues, most of my adult life, and most of them were autoimmune. And when I met Nancy and she told me more about it is when I started my Plexus journey, which was almost 4 years ago. But during my health journey, I trusted doctors and all the blood tests and everything, but I still would have like afternoon crashes. And some days it would be crashes where like I would nap really hard for 2 to 3 hours. And those were becoming more and more frequent. So what I was doing was I was like trying to limit my sugars, watching what I eat, limit my carbs. And that was kind of working. But then when Nancy introduced me to Plexus, I'm like, it can only it can't hurt, so I might as well try it. Well, I started Plexus and everything started getting better. So what happened was I didn't notice any huge changes because everything was so, I was so messed up. But first things I noticed was like I didn't crave my diet sodas anymore. So that addiction went away. I didn't crave sweets. I didn't crave carbs. So like that little bag of chips in our restaurant, I didn't go get them anymore. And it didn't make me crash because I wasn't eating them. And that was a huge deal for me, just to feel better and not to have to take naps all the time. So I started healing from the inside out, which was amazing. And now Plexus has actually introduced a new product which works on the outside, and that's a wonderful skincare product. And that has been doing wonders for me too, because I had a spot on my nose. I kind of felt like a little witch, and that has actually fallen off and gone away. And so my skin is getting healthier, my inside's getting healthier, and that's awesome. My husband, on the other hand, was a huge skeptic, and he made fun of me when I started this whole journey and told me it wouldn't work. And I got him to try the products for a little while, and then I went on a trip with my middle child, and I left everything out for Bill, and he didn't take it. So when I got home, I just put it all away. I didn't say another word. Well, then he, a couple weeks after that, he said, "Can I try those products again?" I'm like, "Sure." So I gave them to him, and then he started seeing changes. He had a soda addiction that totally went away. He had to take breathing medicine, and I mean, he had to have it every single day. He hasn't had those prescriptions in probably 2.5 years now, which is amazing for us. Also a money saving. He had injured his back when he was a teenager, and that pain is gone. His joint pain is gone. He's actually reduced a whole pant size. I've lost a whole size, and we just feel better. So we truly believe these products can help everyone because our gut health is so important. So I can't wait to hear everybody else's testimonies.
Yes, I love that. And I love your story of how Bill didn't take it and he could tell a difference.
He was really horrible. He was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks,
All right,
Anna.
well, next we're going to hear from Carrie Stevenson. Hopefully it doesn't kick her off. I think it keeps kicking her off, but she's been on for a minute. So, all right, Carrie, you want to share your story?
Hey, well, I can't see anything, but I can hear y'all, so that's a good sign. So if I look like I'm doing an Ola Mills photo, that's why, because I can't tell what I'm looking at.
We can see you.
But so I started Plexus in December of last year and actually decided to sign up. I can remember driving home from Fayetteville and calling my sponsor.
Uh-oh, I don't know if it's her or if it's my internet, but it looks like she froze. Maybe everybody froze. Somebody unmute yourselves and tell me if we're here. Kristen, are we here? I see you moving.
Yeah, we're still here. It's just something happened to her internet.
Okay.
And I don't know where,
all right, well,
I don't know where Brittany went.
Okay. I'll keep going then. Sorry guys about that. There's a love-hate relationship with technology. So sometimes it works for us, sometimes it doesn't. There's really not anything we can do about it. So while we're waiting on Carrie to hop back on, let me just share a few of our favorite products with you guys. So we're going to change analogies tonight and pretend like we have a gut garden for a minute. And a lot of you probably have heard that gut health is a big up-and-coming thing. And maybe you've heard of leaky gut syndrome. And basically, leaky gut syndrome is one of the underlying causes of most health concerns these days. The reason for that is what leaky gut syndrome is when bad yeast from us eating processed foods, breathing pollution, drinking fluorinated water gets into our gut and actually it eats some holes in our gut lining. And causes it so that toxins actually, our digestive system is supposed to, help us eliminate the bad stuff. But some sometimes when we have holes in our gut lining, those toxins can actually get into our bloodstream and essentially poison our body, which is why different health concerns build up, because our bodies are basically being poisoned by toxins because we have holes in our gut lining. Thankfully, we have products that address that, and that is why people are seeing such dramatic results. So the first gut garden analogy is that we are going to weed our garden of the bad bacteria or the bad yeast that is eating the holes in our gut lining. And the way we're going to do that is by taking our Probiotic 5. This is a very special probiotic because it has the antifungals in it, which go in and break down that yeast and kill it and pull it out of that gut lining so that the good probiotics in here can then go in and start helping the gut lining to heal up. It also has antifungals in it, which help to break down the bad yeast. It has like a hard shell around it, and it eats that away so that the antifungals can go in and kill it off. So it makes it a very powerhouse probiotic. I don't want to get too scientific and go over your head, but that's why this works so well compared to other probiotics. You'll hear people say, well, I took another probiotic and I started taking this one, and I can tell a huge difference. And that's why, because of those enzymes and antifungals in here. So then our next product is the BioCleanse. And the BioCleanse helps to kind of act like flushing the toilet after you've scrubbed it. So this is like the scrubber, and the BioCleanse is like the flush. And it's basically helping to knock out and get rid of all of those toxins that the probiotic is killing. It also helps to oxygenate your bloodstream, so it helps to create a healthier circulation in your body. It has magnesium in it, which is really good for people who struggle in the bathroom department. It's not like a really intense cleanse, so don't let that scare you. You can adjust your dosages depending on what you need. But I never had issues in that department, and it's been fantastic for me, just helping to help my body eliminate toxins. So that is our combo of products that help to address the gut health and the holes in the gut lining. And then we are going to feed our gut microbiome. You may have heard the term the gut microbiome, which helps to boost your immune system. And that is where our Slim comes into play, because it has prebiotics in it, which go in and feed your gut microbes and help populate it and grow. It's like a garden of flowers, basically. And that helps to boost your immune system. This also has ingredients that help to regulate your blood sugar. And you'll hear a lot of people say when they start Plexus that their energy levels, they notice their energy levels increasing right away. And the reason for that is because when your blood sugar is going up and down, up and down, up and down, that causes your energy levels to, when your blood sugar is up and your blood sugar crashes, that's when your energy crash happens. So this stuff comes in and it levels your blood sugar out, which is why it's not like a caffeine energy. It's a natural, sustained energy all day long. So it's not like caffeine, because if you're, like, the difference in caffeine is your blood sugar crashes, you drink caffeine, and it shoots it way up. But that only lasts for a certain amount of time when you feel that high, and then it crashes again. This keeps it going all the time. So this right here, along with our triplex, our two other products that I talked about, is called our triplex combo. And this is what most everybody starts off with, because it really helps to address those three main issues: the gut health, detoxification, and blood sugar levels. And another thing about blood sugar is you hear blood sugar a lot with diabetics, but it's so key to all of us, because we all know that blood sugar affects our insulin, and insulin is actually our master hormone. And so when you have insulin levels out of play, it affects our serotonin, and that is our hormones. And so you hear people saying that their hormones get back into balance with this stuff, and that too is because their blood sugar is leveling out, which helps their insulin to level out, which helps their serotonin to level out. I know it's a lot of stuff to remember, but it's crazy how blood sugar is related to so much of our stuff. So then after that, we have seeding our gut microbiome a little bit more, and that's where our vital biome comes into play. This has 20 billion CFUs of probiotics in it, which if you know anything about probiotics, that's a ton. So this is another amazing one if you just need a little bit of an extra boost. It also has clinical studies in it that help with depression and anxiety. You may have heard the term that our gut is our second brain. That's why, because your gut and all of that going on in there affects how we feel and our mood and everything. And so that's why we have clinical studies on that it helps with that. So the last product in our gut garden analogy is our X Factor Plus vitamins. And you may be like, oh, well, I already take a vitamin. But the difference in these vitamins and other vitamins is that they are methylated with aloe. And aloe helps the vitamins to actually absorb into your bloodstream better than anything else. If you take a vitamin now, you may notice that your urine is a little bit yellow. And that's probably because the vitamin is just going right through you and not really getting absorbed. So the aloe in here really, really helps with that. It also has the New Zealand black currant in here, and that is a very, very powerful antioxidant. So very amazing product. I took it as my prenatal actually when I was pregnant and had perfect levels of everything. So very, very awesome product. It helps with nail and hair growth. And so people love that one. Very amazing product. On nail actually. Our other pregnant has perfect levels of everything. So lovely cereal. Very, very awesome. We can mute her until it's time. Okay. All right. It looks like Carrie is back on. Carrie, do you want to try again to share your story the rest of the way? Or is she frozen? Okay. It looks like she's frozen. Okay, let's go to Brittany. Brittany, are you there? It looks like she's having internet troubles too. Uh-oh. Carrie, are you on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I'm going to try this again, y'all. So I was driving back from Fayetteville and called my friend Jess because I'd been trying those X Factor Plus vitamins you just got done talking about, and I was in love with them. So I was like, sign me up, girl. And prior to that, back in 2015, my health was crashing. I mean, my hair was falling out. I couldn't sleep more than half an hour. I was having major anxiety. My husband ended up taking me to a holistic doctor in Oklahoma, and we live in South Carolina. And we spent our savings trying to get me better. And I don't want that to have to happen to anybody else. That's why I'm so passionate about this and helping others before it gets to that point.
Who are you talking to?
Hey, when I put my hand up, it means I'm talking. Don't talk. Okay?
Who are you talking to?
So that's why you share, is to help others. And
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't tell that anybody was there. I thought it was gone again. So yeah, that's why I share. And now, I started off slowly. Even after the testing, I retested after I went through all that holistic stuff, and I still had a lot of bad yeast. And so I just slowly introduced Plexus products, and now I can take everything. And I feel like I'm in my 20s again. So that's why I share.
that's awesome. Yes. You hear that all the time. People feel like they're aging backwards with these products. So that's great. Thanks for sharing. I'm glad it finally worked. Yeah.
Yay!
Brittany, are you there? She keeps cutting in and out.
Hi
too.
there.
I'm not sure.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and
So-
share your story.
All right, so my story is I'm a stay-at-home mom to a 2-year-old who's very energetic, and I'm new to Plexus, and I'm kind of excited to get started. As a mom of a toddler, have lots of energy, and I've read testimonies of other mothers who have multiple children, and they're able to take care and run around and play with them and not just kind of be sitting on the couch, letting them growing up go by. Looking forward to my hormones being rebalanced. I practice NFP and my charts are all over the place sometimes. And I know there's other women who've had hormone issues and they've been taken care of, or, you know, the symptoms haven't been as exacerbated while on Plexus. And another thing that I'm looking forward to is increased mood, less worry, less anxiety, because as a mom, you're always wondering what you could be doing better, you know, how is this affecting life? And I know with Plexus and being consistent with it that my mood will stabilize and I'll be a happier person, not just for myself, but for my child and for my family. So I'm a newbie, so that's all I have for right now, but I'm looking forward to my journey with Plexus.
That's awesome. Thank you. And you know that that's going to happen because of all the stories that you read about that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I'm glad you jumped on board and got on tonight. Awesome. All right. Well, while we have Dee Dee on, let's go ahead and let her share her story, and then we'll wrap up the evening together. Dee Dee, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Glad you got on.
Yay. Okay. Can you see me now?
Yep, you're there.
Hey, I'm Dee Dee Bumpus from Nashville, Tennessee, and I joined Plexus in 2015 because I had high triglycerides and high cholesterol for all my life, and my doctor told me I would have to go on statin drugs, which would be like $500 a month, and I can't do that. So I joined in 2015 as ambassador and started taking the triplex, and it did lower my cholesterol, and it still is. But the amazing thing is that it has also helped me have a lot more energy, natural energy, which is wonderful, which also, of course, encouraged me to go to work at a daytime job at the post office, which I love. But also helps me to get more sleep, sound sleep. And if I get woken up in the middle of the night, I can go back to sleep, which is just awesome because I used to toss and turn for years. Also have I'm more regular, which I had issues with that before. Not snacking as much. If I do, it's a lot less than I used to. My hair and nails are growing. And another big thing is I used to have headaches that would be so bad that would just send me to bed for the rest of the day. And so now if I have a headache, it's only slight. And I take another one of our items, which is called the Ease capsule, and that really helps. But I love the triplex, and I know it can help anybody. And thanks for anyway, everybody watching us tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm glad it worked out. That would have been sad not to hear your story. So cool. Yes. Well, what she said, we're going to talk about just a couple more products. I know we're almost out of time, but I have to tell you, Dee Dee mentioned the Ease capsules, the Ease products, and those are what these are right here. There's actually the Ease capsules, and there is the Ease cream, and this just helps to work naturally on pain levels from the inside or the outside. So if you're curious to learn more about that, it's a great alternative if you're reliant on Tylenol or ibuprofen or any of those, because it doesn't hurt your gut. It's really awesome stuff. So the other product that I am absolutely in love with right now that was just released 2 months ago, and Kristen actually mentioned this, is the new Joyum Skincare Serum. And this is a skincare serum that works on your skin, your external skin microbiome. I had no idea that we had a microbiome on our skin. I thought it was just inside. And I was blown away when they launched these products 2 months ago. And I have tried everything to get rid of my acne scars because I had horrible cystic acne prior to Plexus before I got my gut balanced out. That went away, but my scarring didn't. And I've been on I've been trying to find something that helps with my scarring. And I finally found this, and I've been on it for 60 days, and I am just so excited tonight because this is the first time I've ever been live on anything, and I have not put on foundation to cover up my scars. I was like, I think I can get away with it. And I was so excited I actually took a selfie to post on Facebook because I am not a selfie person. But it just really means that much to me that I could feel confident enough to get on one of these without that kind of makeup on. So I'm really excited. What's awesome about this stuff is that there's no harmful ingredients in here. America Skincare actually only bans 30 ingredients. Europe bans over 300 ingredients. And this stuff meets the European standards for safety. So as my mom says, this stuff is actually practically edible. So you can feel good about putting it on your skin. And it's super simple. You just wash your face at night. And at night you put on the nighttime one. A couple pumps, smear it on your face, you're done. And then the daytime, same thing, wash your face and put it on in the morning. And it's just, I'm sticking with it. And that says a lot because I don't usually stick to stuff. I'm not a big makeup person. So I'm absolutely loving this stuff. The other two products that they just announced a couple weeks ago at the convention is the Lean Meal Replacement Shake. And I don't usually like meal replacements. I believe in whole foods, but I love this stuff because it is completely dairy-free, soy-free, non-GMO. It has prebiotics in it, which again feeds that gut microbiome. It has 20 grams of protein in it. So if you're a person that skips meals or gets hungry in the afternoon, this is a great alternative to not eating or grabbing something that would not be a good choice. The other product that they just announced is the Slim Hunger Control. Now you'll notice this package right here is the Slim Microbiome, and it's a lot smaller. The reason is because the Slim Hunger Control has fiber in it, which helps to fill up your stomach to help you stay feeling full for longer. So the Slim Hunger Control, along with the Lean, is a very great option if you are in a hurry to lose weight. People have seen dramatic results in just a very short time using those two products with losing weight quickly. Now, people do lose weight on the triplex combo that we talked about in the beginning. It's just a slower process because it's your body balancing, but it creates more lasting results. And that's why I love the triplex combo so much. So that is it. We have a few other products that we don't have time to talk about tonight, but that is our main one. People usually start with the triplex combo because it really addresses so much. There are 3 ways to order. The first way is the most expensive. It's retail, obviously. The second way to order as a customer is called a preferred customer. And this basically starts you on a monthly auto shipment because the products do come in about a month's supply. But you get a discount from the retail price. And then if you decide you love the products, then you get an additional discount later on if you keep on ordering. So that's really cool. And the cool thing is with both of these is you are not stuck in anything. You have a 60-day empty bag money back guarantee. So if you try it for 60 days and you don't like it, you can totally get your money back. But that doesn't happen very often because people love it after 60 days or sooner. So the third way to get these products is to actually join as a wholesale ambassador. And you can either join just to get the products at the wholesale price, or you can try to, or you can work to get your products paid for, which is actually very simple because even as we've been talking, you might be thinking of people you know who struggle with something that one of us has mentioned. And it's so simple. You share with them. And so that's one way to get your products paid for. Or if your goal is to make $500 or more a month and make a big business out of it, like I have, to support your family, that's totally doable too. And we would love to help you. Whatever your goal is, we're not going to push you. We just had to hop on tonight to share our passion for these products, why we love them, because we feel like it would be greedy to keep to ourselves. Getting paid to share is really and truly just the icing on the cake for us. So that is what we have for you guys tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to ask the person who invited you to watch this. And if they don't know the answer, they will find the answer for you. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and you guys have a great evening.